Get them before summer is gone. I say that because we're about to move towards the cooler weather, and you know your fragrance choices will most definitely change. Of course, you could buy these summer fragrances in front of me during the winter months. However, I find it much more fun to buy these summer fragrances during the heat. And if you are anything like me, then it won't be long before you yearn for some summer fragrances again. After all, it's always like that. In the winter, we yearn for summer. In the summer, we yearn for winter fragrances. So I say get them before summer is gone and spray away, because one thing is for sure.
Winter is coming.
It has been a hot summer for sure. Some of the fragrances coming up have made it a bit more bearable for me. I'd love to hear which ones have helped you through this crazy hot summer this year. Let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear that. By the way, I only have 3 niche fragrances in here. These are so good in performance, protection, and smell. I had to have them in this lineup. The first one is going to be a fragrance I blind bought because I like the bottle so much, and I do have 2 previous ones that I like from this designer. I love them a lot. It is going to be Birds of Paradise from C.H. Men or Carolina Herrera, released in 2024. At this point, this fragrance right here does not get a lot of, talk online. I think that this is probably going to change over time because it's a rather good one. It's a rather unique scent that sort of grows on you over time as you wear it. Honestly, when I got this one, I was expecting sort of a coconut fragrance or something like that in that direction, since it is the midsummer. Instead, this is going to be a rather green one with sort of a soft floral chamomile note. It is not going to be on the feminine side at all, though, due to some wood and some driftwood and sandalwood notes in this one. The green nuance is also going to be mostly due to the balsamic fir note. There's also some tonka bean listed in the base. I think it's going to be more on the green side as well. This is a super unique fragrance that grows on you over time as you wear it. You like it more and more each time you wear it. It is a little bit on the linear side as well, with, moderate protection. Birds of Paradise is a slightly mature fragrance with a touch of sophistication. Like I said, it grows on you. It is not overly sweet. Instead, it is going to be a really nice green and woody fragrance. Slightly herbal with plenty of freshness to guide you through the summer heat. It's a really nice one, and I do have a feeling that this one is going to grow over time and people are going to want more of it. While we are in paradise, let's look at this next Jean Paul Gaultier. It is going to be a Le Beau Paradise Garden, also released in 2024. It's a little hard to get at first. Now, I know there are plenty of you out there right now who smelled Birds of Paradise from C.H. Men before getting your hands on Le Beau Paradise Garden, and you were hoping to get a whiff of this Jean Paul Gaultier, or at least you were hoping that it would smell similar. Am I right? Let me know in the comments. I already put quite a dent in this one. It's a really nice one. Paradise Garden is a Quentin Bisch creation, and it is all that you would expect from a Le Male summer fragrance, with the tropical notes of coconut like I was expecting in the other one, fig, combined with some sea salt. Beautiful, beautifully, beautifully done. There's a slight noticeable green nuance in this one, but not nearly as big as in C.H. Men. Of course, the original is also slightly, sort of faintly in the background, peeking out every now and then. And it does get slightly stronger as this fragrance sort of dries down. Unfortunately for me, I have to spray this one quite a bit. Like I said, I put a dent in it already because it seems like there's a longevity problem, with this one on my skin at least. I only get 4 to 5 hours tops with this one, or perhaps maybe I get nose blind to it. Paradise Garden does remind me slightly of Le Beau Parfum. No surprise there. It is also created by Quentin Bisch. That's not a bad thing since, I do like the Le Beau Parfum as well. It's a beautiful fragrance. This Paradise Garden right here is a stellar summer fragrance in the style of Le Male, similar to Le Beau Le Parfum. Without the iris, instead it sports sort of a somewhat green minty note at the very top that sort of wears off in a little bit. It is 125 milliliter per bottle, and you'll just have to give it a couple more extra sprays to give it, a bigger sort of punch. But it is is well worth it. Beautiful, beautiful summer fragrance, especially for like the beach or something like that, in the style of Le Male. Loved getting this one. See if you can get your hands on it. Let me know if you like this one in the comments. If you want power, then my next one will deliver. It's brand new, also 2024. It's an Issey Miyake fragrance and is Le Sel d'Issey. Absolutely love this one. Now this one is a little bit mixed reviews online. Some people love it, some people don't. Now you have to wear this one on your skin. I find it smells much better on your skin. I find when I wear this one, or when I go to it in the morning and I smell the cap, it's a little bit pungent, it's a little bit strong. Comes off a little bit too much in the morning, especially when I'm trying to find out what I want to wear for the day. But when you wear this on the skin throughout the day, it's really absolutely gorgeous. Le Sel d'Issey, or the salt, is a powerful salty marine and vetiver with a touch of ginger, actually quite a bit of ginger. It's quite bright. It's followed sort of by a beautiful, sexy dry down of moss and cedarwood. It smells so good throughout the day, and it lasts all day. It smells truly fantastic. Also, don't let the seaweed scare you. It smells fantastic. There is not a fish in sight, truly. Le Sel d'Issey does stay somewhat linear as well. That's at least until it hits the dry down. And even after a full day, your nose will still pick this one up, and so will everyone else around you. It is a softer sort of fragrance at that point, but it's still there. I know this because I got a compliment in the evening after wearing this one all day long. Someone said, "You smell really wonderful." Absolutely gorgeous.
Thank you very much.
This Issey Miyake is not sweet and can be worn by absolutely everyone, in my opinion. If you are familiar with some of Quentin Bish's works, then you will definitely find some similarities in this one as well. I don't mind that at all, since he is a fantastic perfumer and has been really rocking it as of late with lots of fantastic fragrances. Now just remember, this is a great time for you to hit the like and subscribe if you haven't yet. I'd love to have you on board. And remember, your fragrance journey begins with but one single scent. Thanks in advance and welcome on board. Well, and we might as well do this next one since it is another Quentin Bish fragrance. Like I said, this guy is on fire. This is a 2022 release. It is Kenzo Pour Homme Eau de Parfum. This also has a marine note, but this fragrance, however, is accompanied by leather and a patchouli note. So it's going to be a lot deeper and a lot fuller body. Kenzo Pour Homme EDP is a perfect fragrance for the summer evenings as well as transitioning into the cooler weather. It's really, really gorgeous. I wore this one last year in the wintertime and it held up just fine. So this is a great fragrance for the transitions. Whereas the other ones so far were somewhat brighter, this one has more of a darker oceanic feeling. It is very smooth with a slightest amount of sweetness. Very, very little. This one, to me, is a quite sexy fragrance. It's kind of deep and luscious with a marine note. Not a fish in sight, once again. Kenzo EDP is a quality fragrance with stellar performance for anyone who wants a marine fragrance that's a little bit on the darker side. Next is going to be one of my favorites from Parfums de Marly. This one just works for me. PDM's Greenlee was launched in 2020 and it is still holding up strong for me. Absolutely love this one. Perfect green apple fragrance. I just love the fruity citrus with a sparkly green apple note. Fresh, green, and soft with a mossy green dry down. This one is so good. There's also some violet and cashmere in here that give it a slight powdery nuance. Perfect. This fragrance always feels happy and refreshing to me. I get all day performance with this one and a good protection. Yes, Greenlee is going to cost you a little bit more, but at 125 milliliters per bottle, you can just keep on spraying. It's a wonderful fragrance for the summer. Always puts a smile on my face.
Everyone's smiling and laughing. Don't you guys love this?
My next one doesn't have apple. It's Terre de Hermès and it's going to be Eau Chevre, launched in 2022. This one's going to have a different bottle cap on it, no longer the twisty ones. I find it interesting that Eau Chevre maintains the integrity of what you think You know, a fragrance should smell like sophisticated, elegant. Perhaps, you know, it is the classic sort of undertones of the original Terre de Hermes released in 2006 that's sort of peeking through. Eau Chevre is an updated version of that one that knocks the dust off of that orange note from the original, though, with a big punch, honestly. Now, before you throw, you know, the remote at me, I do want you to know I do love the original. I have a big bottle of it. Really wonderful scent. I mean, come on, it is beautiful. Still, I do like the addition of the juniper and the timber note for an extra grapefruit kick combined with, you know, the citron in the Eau Chevre. It's really, really gorgeous for the high heat and kind of refreshing. Really nice for the summer. I do wish that the performance of Eau Chevre was a slight bit better. It's okay. But, you know, with a lot of citrus fragrances, you know, they usually just, you know, lack a little bit in performance. It's not terrible, but I do wish it was a little bit better. My next one also has a bit of a staying power issue. But, you know, that's pretty common with the Varvatos line. You know, however, I think they're still worth a look since the price is usually quite good and the fragrances are pretty unique. The choice in this lineup is going to be Artisan Teal, released in 2022. I've been wearing this one quite a bit. We continue sort of with a salty marine vibe in this Varvatos. There's a good bit of musk in this one, giving it almost a cozy feel as you wear it. It is an underrated fragrance, I think, from the, you know, Varvatos line. It leans masculine. It can be worn virtually by anyone. It's a beautiful, salty marine fragrance, a little bit of driftwood, you know, some citrus nuances. It's mass-pleasing. There's also the note of water lily in this one, lending a little bit of a soft, aquatic, beautiful floral nuance. It is actually quite good, and you can usually get these for a really good price. You know, get your nose on these before summer is gone. So this last one right here had a little bit of a floral nuance. Sometimes for me in the summer, what feels perfect is sort of a floral garden. Feels absolutely gorgeous sometimes on a hot day. For some of you guys, this next one may be a bit on the French side, but you know, let's look at it. Giving it somewhat a feminine, you know, personality perhaps. I'm talking about Mancera's Jardin Exclusive from 2018. I love wearing this one sometimes in the summer. It is a fruity caramel with a pear note that deepens into a floral bouquet of Bulgarian rose and jasmine. Is it too girly for you? Maybe for some of you. In the beginning, perhaps. I agree. Just, you know, give it a second though, you know, until the musk and ambergris sort of take over of this beautiful fragrance. Sort of fun, you know, it's sort of surrounded by vanilla from Madagascar, one of the best. Beautiful, calming, and very relaxing. Just like most of the Mancera fragrances, this Jardin Exclusive is going to have stellar performance, you know, longevity and protection, really, really all day long. Sometime in the evenings, what I have done with this one, I will spray this one on first, and I will layer it with Camara from La Tafa for a bit of deep sweetness, sort of surrounded by a garden of exclusive florals. These two for me work really well together, and I always get compliments when I mix these two. And I wear this one during the day. In the evenings I will spray that over it, and it usually works really, really super well. Now if you want a fragrance and you don't want to layer it or anything like that, you know, just, you know, once and done fragrance for the summer, then my next one is stellar. I love this next one. This one can actually be worn all year long, and I'm pretty sure that I'm going to wear it all year long. I love this one. I'm talking about Vibrato from Sospiro. This one is going to have a blast of citrus with some white florals, which are going to give way to the citrus. It also has some powerful ginger and a slightly herbal greenness to it. In the base in this one, there is going to be some musk, patchouli, and some orris. A really comfortable dry down that's going to last all day actually for me, all the way into the next day. It stays classy and stylish. The little small bottle right here is a little bit deceiving. It is a 3.4 fluid ounces, 100 milliliter. So there's plenty of juice in here. It's also going to cost you a little bit more, but it is well worth because it has great performance, like in longevity and protection. So for me, this one could not have turned out any better. I really enjoy this one. So you have to get your nose on this one before summer is gone. Of course, these are just, my thoughts and perspectives. You should always get your nose on fragrances and preferably wear them before you buy them. That's just good sense, right? Good sense is also, for you to like and subscribe to Scent if you haven't yet. Remember that your fragrance journey begins with but one single scent, and I'd love to join you on your journey. So please do subscribe and like this video. I hope you had fun. I know I did. Take care, and I will see you in the next video.